Okay, continuing with Trotter's Manual of English Grammar. We're on point 16. We're continuing. We just did adverbs, right? 16. A word placed before a noun or a pronoun to show its relation to some other word in the sentence is called a preposition. As the farmer sows corn in his fields, or come with me. So in, with. So a word placed before a noun or pronoun to show its relation to some other words. So the corn is in the fields, or come with me, you with me, right? That's a relationship. Obs 1, in his fields, with me, are called preposition phrases. With any noun or pronoun, we may construct a great variety of such phrases as over the fields, through the fields, across the fields, between the fields, etc. We have a bunch of exercises. I'm actually cutting some of the exercises down from here on out. It's a little bit slow going through, right? Okay. Exercise. Construct phrases with the following prepositions. First using a noun, and then substituting a pronoun for the noun. About. Above, across, after, against. Okay, so we want to create a prepositional phrase using about. I'll see you about 1 o'clock. About 12 o'clock. Let's see. Let's pick another one further down. Down. Down by the river. Or by a pronoun. So down by it. About this. Without it. Okay, 2. Construct preposition phrases so under the tree versus under it. Construct preposition phrases with the following nouns and pronouns. Trees. Okay, well, under the trees. Let's do it from harbor. Near the harbor. Boys. With the boys. 3. Name the prepositions in the following sentence. Come away from the window. So preposition is from. So from the window is a prepositional phrase. The hare ran across the field. Across. Okay, we're going to skip a bunch. Let's do the last one. Yes, we shall reside in Rome till the end of August. So till. Obs 2. Many of the words classed as prepositions may be used adverbially. So modifying a verb. Call them adverbs when, instead of forming a phrase with a noun or pronoun, they qualify as verbs, adjectives or adverbs. Thus, he runs about the room, a preposition, or he runs about, adverb. Interesting. So about can be used as a preposition or adverb, modifying the verb run. Exercise. Again, lots of exercises. It'd be cool if we got this book and did them all, right? But it's more important to get finished. Never let perfection be the enemy of done. Tell whether the words in italics are prepositions or adverbs. Come down. So down. So I'd say that as an adverb because it's modifying come, the verb. They were running down the lane. And that's a preposition because we have down the lane is a prepositional phrase. So running down the lane. The party set off without a moment's hesitation. Okay, is that right? We reread the preposition forms again. The word placed before a noun or pronoun to allow its relation to some other word in a sentence. Yeah, preposition. Let's try this one. Run as fast as you can. So as connects run and fast. Is that the word that's in italics? No. Yes. Oh, it's hard to tell with that one. This small type, something of that stuff. Let's try a different one. Let's see. Did you tell this before? Yeah, so in that case it's tell and before. So before is an adverb. Okay, 17. A word that connects words, phrases, or clauses is called a conjunction. Conjunction. Conjunction, junction. What's my function? As a man and the woman became rich by industry and economy. You are happy because you are contented. So because, in that case, the conjunction. 18. A word that expresses some sudden emotion is called an interjection, such as in, lo, there he is. Interjection. So the emotion. So again, lots of exercises. Name the conjunctions and interjections in the following sentences. The rose and violets are flowers. So rose and violet. And is a conjunction. The rose is red, but the violet is blue. Okay, the but is connecting two different things. Let's jump down ahead. Let's see. I know that he is a good scholar, but alas, his disposition is far from good. So we got but is a conjunction, and alas is an interjection. Okay, 2. Tell whether the words in italics are adverbs, prepositions, or conjunctions. Let's see, we have a before. I cannot leave before next Monday. Let's see, is that a preposition? Because it's connecting leave and Monday. Come to meet me before you leave. Again. Have you ever been in France before? And that one's an adverb. Think before you speak. That would be a prepositional phrase, right? Preposition, before you speak. We have waited here since morning. So since is preposition. Have you been there since? Adverb. Let's see. Okay. 19. The 9 classes to which words are divided are the 9 classes to which the words divided. 1. Noun. 2. Pronoun. 3, article. 4, adjective. 5, verb. 6, adverb. 7, preposition. 8, conjunction. 9, interjection. Okay, so we have here on page 13 finally a list out of what we did. So let's go back and look at what we have. So we go back to the beginning. So orthography, which treats the sounds and letters. Etymology, which treats the classification, inflection, and derivation of words. And syntax, which treats the right arrangement of words in a sentence. Okay, so orthography-wise, we had vowels and consonants, diphthongs, capitals. Now, etymology is what we've been doing. Etymology, we have nouns, person, place, or thing. Pronouns, replace a noun. Let's see. So articles, we had definite article, points to some particular individual or class, such as the man. And an indefinite article, which points to any of one of a class, such as a man or an orange. Adjectives, limits the application of the noun. Wise man, 3 boys, his pen. Verbs, adverbs, and then we just did prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections today. That makes up our 9 classes in etymology. So a little bit before we go on, actually let's look. Exercises, name the parts of speech in the following sentences. And we're not going to do all of these, but let's try one. Bruce, noun. Bruce, with a few friends, spent the winter of 1306 on the island of Rathin near the coast of Ulster. So Bruce, with a few friends, spent. So spent is a verb. The winter of 1306 on the island of Rathin near the coast of Ulster. So near, for instance, is a preposition, right? Near the coast of Ulster. So few friends, right? Few being a adjective. Let's see, is there anything else in here? Article, let's see, find an article. So a few friends. What else we got? Pronouns. Yeah, few. Adjectives, any adjectives? No, I didn't. Hold on. Let's go back. Adjectives. So wise men. Oh, do we have any pronouns in this? Maybe not. No. Next sentence says, so he returned would be a pronoun. Adverbs. None in there. Let's see. Well, here's a last, so we have a interjection. Neatly spread, we've got an adverb, right, for neatly. Spread, to neatly spread something, spread being the verb. Yeah, okay. So we'll continue on page 14 next time with the noun. So a little bit before we end, why study grammar? Well, the trivium, right? So the first 3 of the 7 subjects of the liberal arts traditionally studied are the trivium: grammar, logic, and rhetoric. In the Middle Ages, and which became the basis for the Renaissance, humanities, which continue today, were grammar, logic, and rhetoric. That is, first you understand how our language is actually used. The difference between an educated and uneducated person was educated people and uneducated people both talked. An educated person, going back to the Middle Ages, going back even to the ancient times, was somebody who understood the grammar, which is the structure of the sentences, right? And then the next step, logic, they understood how to make arguments out of those sentences, right? So based off a classification, we then can create logical arguments and recognize logical fallacies or mistakes. And then finally, rhetoric had to do with talking and writing, right? So you can argue for a point. And so a fully educated person, even before they got to the quadrivium, could function with just that trivium, which is why the bachelor's degree was based on the trivium in the Middle Ages, and the master's degree was based on the quadrivium. I hope this is fun for you. These things, right? Grammar has to be done in language. So if you wanted to do a second language, a classical one like Latin or Greek, or a modern one like Spanish or French, you would have to then do grammar again to have a full educated understanding of it. Logic ought to work for both, but then rhetoric is specific too. So maybe they're all specific. Maybe logic is also specific to languages. But either way, right? If you study the liberal arts, grammar, logic, and rhetoric, you should be prepared to participate in society where we have to make sense of a world that's complex. We have to identify what needs changed, what needs conserved, and then argue for those things, especially in any kind of democratic society, including our democratic republic. Have a blessed day.